I learned about this guy, Dan Wooten, from following Johnny and Amber for quite a while, and as you probably know, Dan didn't write such nice things about Johnny, and a lot of other celebrities, by the way, over the years, and now Dan's got some allegations against him. This here is from the Edinburgh News, whoever they are, not quite sure, but more and more people are picking the story up, from July 28th, 2023, and it's called Dan Wooten calls partner love of his life on GB News show Who Is He and Are They Married? Dan Wooten took to GB News to deny recent criminal allegations against him and mention his partner. It always seems when the chips are down, automatically the virtuous things in your life come out. True love, I'm with a partner, I've got all these kids around me, and all that kind of thing. Let's see what we got. GB News presenter Dan Wooten has found himself in the headlines recently due to allegations made by an ex-partner. Wooten has been accused of using a fake online persona to bribe several men into revealing compromising material over at least a 10-year period. All right, I wasn't even sure it was that long. Learn something new every day. The presenter has denied these claims when he publicly responded to what he calls a smear campaign while on GB News and said that the criminal allegations being made against me are simply untrue. Of course, when it happens to me, out come the defenses. Bots, smear campaign, political attack, blah 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 blah. And it continues. While on air, Wooten said his ex-partner was behind the allegations, saying, as you probably don't know, because you're not insane enough to pay attention to the cesspit of social media, these past days I've been the target of a smear campaign by nefarious players with an axe to grind. Notably, an ex-partner I was previously abused by, of course, something I've never spoken publicly about before, by the way, who has been on a campaign to destroy my life. Because what would that do for his ex-partner? As far as what I know, his ex-partner is not trying to be an actor in the next Aquaman movie or anything like that, not trying to sell albums, just making the accusations. So as far as I know, there's not much motive. Dan Wooten's hinted at his relationship while he addressed the allegations against him. I've found happiness in my personal life with the love of my life who is here with me tonight. My friends and family are my world. The toll this has taken on their mental health is literally killing me to watch. Well, you know what I also notice? When there's allegations against somebody, they always try to mention someone else it's affecting. I guess it seems like a tactic to create sympathy. Well, this case against Little Miss Mera is really damaging for all women, not just her. Forget about her. Let's think about all women. Not just me. Forget about me. Look what you're doing to my family. While, yeah, I have sympathy for Dan's family, they didn't do anything. Unfortunately, they're caught in the crossfires. That's life. People calling out Dan are not deliberately trying to do anything to anyone he knows except him. Our rush to judge before due process, thanks to the mad ramblings of highly politicized Twitter trolls and revolting blogs that eschew basic journalistic standards, is destroying democracy. I've actually read that before, but it's nice to see this publication reprinting it, keep spreading the word. They mention the Byline Times. It doesn't have full context here to what they say, but the Byline Times put out there they're not a blog, they're actually news, implying someone must have said they were a blog at some point, which they're obviously not. And Peter Jukes from the Byline Times says it's not a political attack, as Dan says, which we've got no evidence it would be. Just because someone's politics are opposite doesn't necessarily mean that's what it's about. Sure, I've said myself, it's not impossible, but we can't just take that as face value and dismiss it as a political attack. That's not how it works. So who's Wooten's partner? Here's everything you need to know. Wooten is gay and came out publicly on Twitter in 2013. Wooten's currently in a relationship with Alan Longyear, and very little is known about the relationship. As far as public knowledge goes, the couple are not married. They go on to say it isn't the first time Wooten's been public about his relationship. He describes Alan as the love of his life. Okay, that's so sweet. And just below there, it says Wooten on his 40th birthday gave Alan a shout out on Twitter. How nice as well. And they put this quote out there from Dan, which is obviously Dan saying how thankful he is for his life or whatever, I guess. But I never dreamed I would hit this milestone feeling so lucky about the fundamentals in my life. My most incredible family, who are my rocks, my gorgeous niece, Ivy Dan, Dad John, Mom Mary, and sister Ashley flew to London from New York to New Zealand to celebrate alongside my love, Alan. Excuse me, the love of my life, Alan. Okay, then it goes on about his former workmates and things like that. But I don't think he means the people at Byline Times when he says former workmates and how he's happy about it. That would probably be pretty contradictory. So the thing is, obviously, Dan's going to put his relationships, his true love, and things like that out there now. More so than ever because, well, I would guess sympathy, but that's my silly little opinion. Let me know what you think in the comments. Doing shout outs, special thanks, things like that. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be real sad about it, but I'll get over it. See you next time.